Alright guys, welcome back to another Madden 20 rebuild. Now this isn't going to be a typical Madden 20 rebuild. It's going to be Madden 20 rebuild, but with a little bit of a twist to it. As if you saw by the title and you read the title, you guys know that this is a series where Daniel Jones has to be our quarterback called Dynasties. Or Dynasty. I don't know, it might be Dynasty, because we're going to be... So basically the rules are, Daniel Jones has to be our quarterback no matter what. If he's playing terrible, he has to be our quarterback. We just have to build a good team around him. My goal is, we're going to try to win this with every team, but Daniel Jones is at our quarterback. Also known as the Dynasties, because we're going to make a dynasty with every team. But Daniel Jones has to be quarterback. It's just a rebuild, but Daniel Jones has to be a quarterback. I looked up Danny Dimes Dynasty on YouTube, and nobody's done it, so I'm gonna be the first person to be, unless somebody else did it and it has like 0 views, and I didn't see it because it shows like any video related to Daniel Jones, which is like 1 million views, and I didn't want to search through them. So I'm assuming I'm the first person to be doing this. So let's go ahead and jump into this rebuild. Alright, so having a look at their roster, the New York Giants roster. Yeah, quarterback, they obviously have Daniel Jones. He's our quarterback for this entire rebuild. They signed Dion Lewis. Apparently, I did not know that happened. Corey Coleman. They signed Living Toilolo. Their first round pick, they drafted Andrew Thomas, who's going to be their starting right tackle. I'm pretty sure Shane Lemieux was a UDFA player, undrafted free agent player, who they signed, and apparently he's 68, so it looks like he's going to be starting for us. With Hernandez, we have some pieces that we can work with, so hopefully we can, build this team around Daniel Jones and maybe win a Super Bowl. Now going to the defense, they signed Blake Martinez to the roster. Ryan Connolly's things like that, but whatever. They have Kyler Fackrell, who they signed. They signed James Bradbury. DeAndre Baker, who I'm pretty sure is not going to be on the team anymore because he got arrested. They drafted Xavier McKinney, was their second round draft, I'm pretty sure. So I'm going to go ahead here and edit their contract and their developments, and we'll jump into this rebuild. Alright, here we are in mid-season. We are currently 5-3. That is actually really surprising. And by the way, my coach name is Joe Judge, which is their head coach in real life. I completely forgot about he's even the head coach. I thought their head coach was still Pat Shurmur, to be honest, but I know in the last one I misspelled Judy. I spelled it without an E, so that's my fault there. Pretty sure somebody pointed it out to me. Anyways, so I gave Andrew Thomas star. And I also gave Xavier McKinney a star. It has not yet been revealed. It's not going to be revealed to the end of the year, because if you edit somebody's depth trait when they're a rookie, and you change it to like hidden, it's going to not show up. So I gave him hidden. Apparently Damon Harrison's now back in the Giants, which he is not on the team anymore. He got released or traded 2 or 3 years ago or something like that. So, let's go ahead and see how Danny Dimes is doing so far. So far, he has 9 touchdowns, 3 picks, 1,741 yards. Does he have any sort of rushing yards? 99, 3 touchdowns. Not bad. So, he has 12 touchdowns. Which is pretty good, honestly. So, let's go ahead here and negotiate with some of our players. So we have Leonard Williams, Alder Grosas, Elijah Penny, Kane Smith, which guys are just irrelevant. That's your depth, and you don't really need depth when you're doing rebuilds with injuries off. So Leonard Williams, that's an interesting one. Alder Grosas, I can just let him go for agency, bid him, get him cheaper. I don't know about Leonard Williams, so we're just gonna wait until the end of the season. So let's go ahead and see if we can maybe make the playoffs in the first year. Alright, it looks like we made the playoffs here in the first year with Joe Judge as the offensive coordinator. head coach. This is actually a very competitive NFC East. We barely finished second over the the team from Washington. Daniel Jones, 3,711 yards, 23 touchdowns. Touchdowns aren't amazing. Touchdowns are definitely really good with only 6 through the entire year. Saquon Barkley obviously went off because running this game is OP. So Daniel Jones had around 4,000 yards, 27 touchdowns. Not bad. Saquon obviously went off. Receiving, Darius Slayton had 68 catches, 951 yards, 5 touchdowns. And he had the same touchdowns with Golden Tate. Golden Tate had more catches but less yards. Evan Ingram wasn't too bad. We spread the ball evenly between Shepard, Tate, and Slayton. I'm blocking. I don't think anybody cares about blocking. We'll look at it. And he starts with 10. Yeah. Tackles, DeAndre Baker was 100. Tackles lost 17 with Leonard Williams. And QB sacks, Leonard Williams broke the double digit with 10 and a half. Interception, 3 from Xavier McKinney, 3 from James Bradbury. Those honestly look like defensive player of the year type numbers, maybe. Probably one defensive rookie of the year. So let's actually go and check that out. Yearly awards MVP goes to Drew Brees, probably in his final year. But we are in the NFC. Offensive player of the year goes to Drew Brees and the Giants. Nope. Defensive player of the year goes to Roquan Smith. Do we see our boy? No, we do not. Offensive player of the year goes to Kyler Murray. Gronk finished there. I don't know why Gronk's there. Swift finished it. Well, the reason why none of the rookies that are rookies right now are winning because the roster didn't update the years because that would take a long time. So they just left in. I don't really care. Anyways, defensive rookie of the year was actually Isaiah Simmons. Xavier McKinney finished second, and Chase Young finished 5th. Best QB, running back, receiver, lineman, D lineman, linebacker, DB, kicker. I didn't win any awards, which is kind of bad, but not good. But at least we made the playoffs. Let's see if we can get a wild card dub over the Falcons. Maybe they'll choke again. Alright, so we didn't get the dub. I'm not mad. We made the playoffs when I did not expect us to. So we'll auto upgrade these guys. So I'm not too mad. The Cowboys are finally in the Super Bowl because they always do. So let's go ahead here and simulate to the off season. Alright, so the Browns won the Super Bowl 35-17. I know you can't see it, but I will. Right there, 35-17. Kind of resigned Damon Harrison again, which is very annoying. Leonard Williams did go up to superstar depth, so I do think he deserves this 4-year contract. He'll stay here until he's 30. He comes back. Other wrestlers will just let you go. Caden Smith, your depth. Harrison, you're not really part of the team. So we'll just move on from you, and let's go to free agency to see what we can get. So there was really absolutely nobody in free agency, so we just got to kick it back all Aldrich Rosas. We do have a 5th-year option here. Let's see who it is for. Evan Ingram. In real life, I don't think the Giants would pick it up, honestly. But for this rebuild, we'll extend it. I don't really care. We'll put this with the option. If it costs a lot, it doesn't really matter. We have a lot of money anyway, so. Also, I want to show you guys the dev. We actually have another 5th-year option, and it is for Jabril Peppers. Wait, I forgot about him. Yeah, we'll extend him. Why not? Another 5th-year option. I forgot they traded for him. I was on the Giants to begin with. So now let's check out the dev upgrades. So no dev upgrades on offense. As you can see, every development is listening. What about can we release Nate Solder? No. We'll just hold on to his contract for a 1 more year. Kyler Fackrell went up to star dev. So did DeAndre Baker, who usually never develops for me, but hopefully develops very well in this rebuild. And Leonard Williams went up to superstar dev. So now let's go ahead and simulate to the draft. Alright, so having looked at our draft class, we didn't really get what I was looking for. But we did get Kirkland Murphy, 77 overall, hidden dev, right, linebacker, speed rusher. He is definitely going to be rushing the passer. He's not really good at anything else except he's just a pass rusher, really. We selected Ali Blue. He's still available in the second round. He looked really good. Why not? 75 overall, normal dev. He's gonna most likely slide over to left tackle. We selected Abraham Brown, 68 normal, so maybe at hidden. No, just his normal. Anton Clay selected for because he's the only good player available, and then we selected fullback, and then the CPU just they actually drafted Juwan Smart, 64 overall wideout. It's not bad. Alright, so that was the draft class. Let's head into the next year. The Danny Dimes rebuild. Alright, so having a look at the roster here heading into the second year. Quarterback is, our skill positions are the same, but we have a new offensive lineman, Ali Blue, and that's really it on the offense. On the defense, we also got a new fullback. Defense, I moved Kyler Fackrell into middle linebacker. I don't know, he might do good there. I honestly don't know. But he was good last year, so we might as well use him. Pretty sure that is the only differences in this team. So let's jump into year dose. Alright, so our record midway through year number 2, 3 and 4. So we're just a little bit worse. But no, it's still not bad. We're facing the undefeated Packers. Apparently, this is a very tight NFC East, led by the team from Washington. And so check out our rookie outside linebackers dev trait. It still has not been revealed yet. How close is he? He's kind of close. Is he or he's not a rush defensive end, so we're gonna make him a rush defensive end. Sub linebacker, I don't want you being your sub linebacker. What's your practice squad? So now people to resign here. See who's here. They can resign. So they're Dalvin Tomlinson, Blake Martinez, Wayne Gong, Corey Coleman, Grant Haley, and then a bunch of other guys. So Dalvin Tomlinson, these are probably both gonna be like Leonard Williams type deals. We're just wait until the end of the season, see if we go in dev, if they do good, and then we resign them then, because I don't want to give them these contracts right now, and everybody else don't really want. So again, we'll just wait on our free agents, and we'll stimulate here to the playoffs. See if we can make them in year number 2. All right, so it looks like we did not make the playoffs here in year number 2. We ended up finishing 4-12. We won one more game the rest of the year, and then every team in the NFC East just took a dump, take a big old dump. So let's go and auto upgrade our dudes here. See if his development is revealed. The offense is amazing. 85 overall, pretty good. You know, if you can just get another receiving target for Daniel Jones, I think we'll be set. On my defense, he has superstar dev. Let's go, superstar dev. Outside linebacker, I will take that 100%. And Rams up to 85. So let's go check out the stats here. So Daniel Jones, did he have a better year? Touchdowns wise, yes. Interceptions wise, he doubled his interceptions, threw one more touchdown, threw 200 less yards. How did he do rushing? He had 250. So around that's 3,950 yards, 26 touchdowns. Barkley was good as always, averaged over 5 yards per carry, 1,480, 15 touchdowns around there. Golden Tate had a pretty good year in the slot. Darius Slayton had a bit of a down year, but that's what happens when you're not playing in the slot. So going over to the defense, Blake Martinez at 114 tackles, Kyler Fackrell at 85 tackles, 6 tackles for loss, 9 sacks. At middle linebacker, he was a rough defensive line, I'm pretty sure. So tackles for loss, 17 from Leonard Williams. Leonard Williams actually had 4 sacks. Kyler Fackrell, the team with 9. Kirkland Murphy only had 2 interceptions, 2 from Jabril, 2 from James Bradbury. Aldrich Ross was perfect. Oh my gosh. Yearly awards. MVP goes to Lamar Jackson, Cam Newton in second. Winston on the Saints finishes sixth. Coach of the year, Matt LaFleur. NFC Defensive Player of the Year, Aaron Rodgers. Do we see Barkley? Yes, they're at 7. Defensive Player of the Year goes to Eric Kendricks. No, Giants. Offensive Player of the Year goes to Ruben Chisholm. I have no idea how to pronounce that name. Marcus Barkley, or fullback, finished 5th. Defensive Player of the Year goes to Brandon Leary. Kirkland Murphy, 2nd. QB Aaron Rodgers, running back Barkley. Receiver Michael Thomas, lineman Bakhtiari. Dudes on Trey Flowers, linebacker Jalen Ramsey. Andre Grussas, one best kicker. Boom. At least we had the best kicker. I mean, yeah, so we're definitely going to maybe change up the offensive playbook a little bit. I thought the Giants were like OP and sim, but apparently not. So change the offensive playbook, and then we'll sim to the offseason. Alright, through the re-sign period. Again, I'm pretty sure the Browns won last year. The Browns win. This time we get to see up to 28. 21 was the final score of that one. So now, re-sign players. Dalvin Tomlinson. I mean, that's like $5 million a year. He's 27 already. That just makes it a lot more tougher. I would be more comfortable giving him a 1-year deal. He's obviously more run stopper, so he doesn't get as many sacks as a pass rush D tackle. Let's just decrease the signing bonus to around there. I'd be more comfortable giving that. And Dalvin Tomlinson comes back on a cheaper deal. And Blake Martinez. We run 2 middle linebackers, so we'll try to give him a little bit less money. And he comes back perfect. So I got everybody back we wanted to. And now let's go ahead here and simulate to free agency. Alright, so we bidded on Marlon Humphrey, who's a 94 overall superstar development corner, so that's going to be a huge boost to the defense. And we also signed John Ross, who can be sort of a developmental experiment to see if he can develop into our second receiver. I will take those 2 signings. Now let's go ahead and jump into the draft. Alright, so our first trade of the rebuild, we traded Marcus Golden, a backup left to linebacker, and Deion Lewis, our backup halfback, and our 5th round pick for the Houston Texans, 1st round pick. Houston Texans make another awful trade, but I'll take it. Alright, so looking at our draft class from the 2021 draft, or 2022 draft? I don't know how it works. The 1st round pick, we selected Brian Hancock, another Florida player. Our 1st round pick last year was our outside linebacker from Florida State, but this time we get a defensive end from Florida. 7-5 hidden. Thinking about maybe moving the defense around a little bit. Maybe switching to a 4-3. That's why I selected Lindell Turnbull, which is a very weird last name. Oh my gosh, last name. But I think he could be maybe superstar depth potential. And then we selected Bird. Oh my gosh, Bird, Lane Reed, Shannon Copeland, and CPU just selected a halfback, and then the student. So yeah, I know I said I wasn't gonna draft a quarterback, but I can use him as trade bait. I actually want to see his development because I want to be trading him away anyways. And he has I really want to keep him, but for the sake of the title, the Daniel Jones Dynasty, I really have to be focused on the point of the video is having Daniel Jones as our quarterback for the entire rebuild. I swear I did not edit this. That was his base development, was Superstar X Factor. I think the Broncos rebuild, and the last year I drafted an X Factor or a Superstar, and then in my Jaguars rebuild in the final year I drafted a Superstar X Factors. Apparently in the final year I when I draft the quarterback, they end up being X factors. I don't know. Maybe it's a curse I have. So maybe I should just not have a quarterback the entire time and then go in the final year and draft a quarterback. I don't know. So let's go ahead and jump into the third year. Year 3. Let's go. All right. So our next trade, we trade away Blake Martinez, Matt Pert, and our 4th round pick this year for Frank Ragnow. I'm pretty sure we got Frank Ragnow in one of the other rebuilds, but I'm not sure. So we're just gonna trade for him again. Blake Martinez, who's a backup D tackle. Oh my god, backup and linebacker, and we should have a backup right tackle. So we traded 2 backups and a 4th, who's probably a backup anyways, for a starter, which is a great trade for us. Terrible trade for them. We'll take the trade. Now let's go ahead and jump into year 3. All right, midway through year number 3, we are 6-2, off to a phenomenal start. So we'll upgrade our guys here. Team is an 86 overall. As you can see, the trade for Frank Ragnow. I was gonna trade out Reed, but I'm gonna wait because we don't know how much money we're gonna have after we pay Saquon Barkley and Evan Ingram. So I'm gonna wait until we sign them, and then we'll trade away Reed because you never know. Hancock just has star Dev, and our middle linebacker has yet to be revealed. Again, what the hell? Why are you our sub linebacker? Alright, I'm gonna switch this up. But anyways, we'll sign. Get away from me. We'll sign some players. Frank Ragnow and whoa. Alright. Okay. Alrighty. Maybe I made some mistakes potentially. Frank Ragnow. Actually, we have a lot more cap. I thought we were gonna have like how much cap, like 70 mil, because we got what's his face, Marlon Humphrey in free agency. But we still have quite a bit of money. And Ingram declines, but we'll get him back later. Boom. We're here in Hernandez. You're good. We want you. We're good, and we want you, and you're signed. Thank you very much, Will Hernandez. We'll just let it. Honestly, James Bradbury's kind of useless right now. So we just have to renegotiate with Evan Ingram. Hopefully, the scheme changes will be actually get us more wins. We already have more wins than we did last year. We're leading the division. So let's go ahead and simulate to the playoffs. Alright, we got a first round bye. We finished 11-5, won the division. Let's go. Let's check out our dudes' development. I don't know why Reed is getting XP points when he's not even starting. Our middle linebacker has yet to be revealed, but he is certainly close. All right, we finished 6-2. Let's check out the stats. I don't know if we checked out the stats last year. I'm pretty sure we did though. Daniel Jones went down in yards again, went up in touchdowns, and went down in interceptions. So he's kind of, whatever. Rushing, he had 8 touchdowns. Wait, that's not. I was gonna say he's 8. What? So Daniel Jones, that's like will run up 170 rushing yards to 123,000. That's like 3,390 yards total, and 28 touchdowns. I mean, not bad. He hasn't eclipsed 30 touchdowns yet, which is kind of disappointing. But Saquon Barkley went off 1,500 yards, exactly 8 touchdowns. Our backup, Chauncey Barton, even had 8 touchdowns as well. Receiving yards, Darius Slayton had a pretty good year. John Ross had a very good year in the slot. Sterling Shepard was okay. Evan Ingram had a pretty good year, 9 touchdowns, blocking. I don't know if you guys care about that. Ali Blue lit up 16 sacks. That is a sack a game, and sack a game is not good. Tackles lost 12 from Leonard Williams. Got quite a bit, just did not get pressured. So if we go to a playbook that can get pressure on the corrector. Terrell Peppers with 5 interceptions. Those could potentially be defensive player of the year Well, I don't think he's gonna win it, but he could be like in the 9th or 10th. Oscar Grosshouse was 17 of 22. I think someone was average or 51 yards per punt. Yearly awards. MVP goes to Ryan Tannehill, of course, because he's OP. We see Joe Mixon there at 7. Coach of the Year, Pete Carroll. NFC Offensive Player of the Year goes to Ezekiel Elliott. Defensive Player of the Year goes to Aaron Donald. Do we see Jabril Peppers? Knew it. He's going to be at 9 or 10. He finishes there at 9. Offensive Player of the Year goes to Chauncey Barton, our backup halfback with 8 rushing touchdowns. Landry, our backup quarterback, who threw 8 passes the entire year, finished 3rd. Kind of broken. Defensive Player of the Year goes to Tevin Wild. Where is our dude? Hancock finished over Turnbull. We got 6 and 7. Best QB Matt Ryan. Running back is Ezekiel Elliott. Receiver Brandon Ayuk. Offensive lineman Zach Martin. Defensive lineman Aaron Donald. Linebacker Khalil Mack. DB Logan Ryan. Kicker Matt Prater. All right. First round bye. Let's go ahead and advance to the divisional round. All right. We face Atlanta again. This is a revenge game because if you remember, in the first year, we made it to the playoffs, but we ended up losing to the Falcons. Hopefully, we can return the favor and beat them. So, is my middle linebackers development revealed yet? Not yet. All right. So, let's go ahead and see if we can get a dub against the 10-6 Falcons. I'm pretty sure last time we faced them, they were 10-6. Let's see if we can beat them. All right, we beat the Atlanta Falcons 28-17. We're on the NFC Championship game going against the 13-3 Seattle Seahawks, and we'll upgrade our guys here. Hopefully, we can make it to the Super Bowl. My goal is to make it to the Super Bowl with every team. Well, at least win a Super Bowl with every team with Daniel Jones as our quarterback. Not at our quarterback. Linebackers development has not been revealed yet. It's probably going to be revealed this game. So let's go ahead here and simulate to the Super Bowl to see if we will be in the Super Bowl facing a mysterious team we do not know. Alright, we are in the Super Bowl. We beat the Seattle Seahawks, but we are facing Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens, the 10-4-2 Baltimore Ravens. I don't know why they tied twice. EA loves their ties, Let's go and check out my middle linebackers depth trait. Hopefully it's been revealed, because we've been waiting for 30 years for it to be revealed, and he just has star. That kind of sucks, but you know what? So does Madden, so I don't know what that meant, but whatever. Let's go ahead and jump into the Super Bowl against the 10-4-2 Baltimore Ravens. Alright, here we are in the Super Bowl. I'm actually going to zoom out here. Hold on. So you can see the scoreboard. Alright, so I just realized it is actually Marlon Humphrey versus his former team. He did play for the Ravens. And let's see if he can beat his former team in the Super Bowl. We're going to simulate fast. Go to the end of the game. Hopefully we win the Super Bowl. Last week, we did the Broncos. We won in the final year. Let's see if we can win it in the 3rd year. And Ravens take a 21-10 lead, but we respond with a touchdown of ourselves, and they respond quickly with another touchdown. And we're down by 8 now. We score again, and we tied the game. We win for 2. We score a touchdown. Can we win the Super Bowl? We're up by 10. The Ravens lead a miracle, and we get the Super Bowl victory. Super Bowl 56 champions, New York Giants, and we have accomplished our goal of winning the Super Bowl with the New York Giants. Now, we're probably going to do one more year after this year to see if we maybe go back-to-back. I don't think that's going to happen because it's very rare that happens, even though it happened in this exact rebuild. But Marlon Humphrey does get revenge in the biggest game of the NFL season. Every NFL season is the Super Bowl, and he gets his revenge against his former team. I'm sorry for that. And Saquon Barkley is our Super Bowl MVP. 15 carries, 219 yards, and 2 touchdowns for Saquon's second rebuild. 2 for 2 in getting rebuilds. 2 for 2 in getting Super Bowls and rebuilds. We're on a bit of a streak. Maybe we can make that 3 with the next rebuild. Super Bowl champions, Daniel Jones, hold that up. That is one Super Bowl, hopefully, of 32 to go with other teams. And there is Daniel Jones hoisting that Lombardi trophy. And we are Super Bowl champions. Let's see how Daniel Jones did. He had 25-45, it's not really good. 82 quarterback rating, 212 yards, 55% complete percentage, but 2 touchdowns. Daniel Jones has 1 Super Bowl ring. I'm going to keep track of the Super Bowl rings and the record he's had so far. So unless you guys want to keep track of it, I'll probably do it after. But maybe you guys would want to keep track of his stats. Just keep track of his wins, divisional titles he's gotten, Super Bowl wins, MVPs, stuff like that, Offensive Player of the Year, best QBs. I don't know if you guys want to keep track of that. So we are Super Bowl champions. Now let's head into the final year. Alright, here we are after just winning the Super Bowl. I don't think we checked out the stats, so let's go ahead here and check out the stats for Daniel Jones. Or did we? Oh yeah, we did already. I don't think it was. I think it was the yearly awards we didn't check. No, it was. What? I don't know what I was thinking. Alright, but now we have to re-sign players. So, who do we have to re-sign here? We get to upgrade some players. Kirkland Murphy gets an upgrade. Andrew Thomas gets an upgrade. Allie Blue gets an upgrade. Just checking out the roster, see if anybody would have been dev trait potentially. I'm pretty sure devs happen after you're done with the Super Bowl week. I'm pretty sure. I'm not positive, but anyways. Did our rookie halfback go up in dev? Nope, he did not. Alright. Anyways. So who do we have to resign? We have Evan Engram to resign. So he said he wanted, but the bonus could be better. Alright. Let's give him a bigger bonus. And Evan Engram comes back. Kevin Zeitler, we can probably get a better guard, like either in the draft or in free agency. Lorenzo Carter, that's actually not even that bad of a contract. I will very slightly decrease it. See if we get him. And he actually wants to go to a different team next year. Alright, so we do not get him. So now let's go ahead and go to free agency. See if we can get a stud free agent. Alright, so we bidded on Uchenna Nwosu and we did not end up getting him. He's the only guy I was really interested in now. Let's go ahead. Next year will be our final year for this rebuild because I'm pretty sure this was year 3. I usually do 4 years, maybe 5, depends on if I think we could win the Super Bowl next year. But since we already won it, I'm sure we're just going to do 4. So let me go ahead and spend my coach XP. Let's go with linebacker, D-line, and why not? Let's try to get Daniel Jones. That's how I can potentially go. So yeah, let's go ahead and go to the draft, or maybe we trade away our backup quarterback. Wow, I did not expect that to be accepted, but we traded away our backup quarterback, who's an X factor, so every team's gonna want him, and we traded away our 7th round draft pick next year for the best defensive player. Well, probably behind Aaron Donald, but Khalil Mack is definitely up there for one of the probably top 3 best defensive player in the league. Already Stephon Gilmore's probably number 2, but we get Khalil Mack. I think we easily won that trade. All right, looking at the draft recap here for the final year. With the 1st round pick, we got our starting right guard Anthony Solano. He does have a hidden dev. He's not a very good pass blocker. Per se, he's more of a run blocker. Like pure pass. But then select receiver, Francois Robbins, and he also has hidden devs, so I'm just really good at dropping hidden devs, and then I just sim the rest of the picks because, you know, they weren't going to really start for us. Everybody was like red, or blood diamond as I like to call it. So let's go ahead and let's just look at the roster right now. So starting quarterback is going to be Daniel Jones. That's the whole entire premise of this series is the Dynasty. Solana will be our starting right guard. Defense, we have started for Khalil Mack, probably one of the best defensive players in the league right now. Easily top 3 or 4. I think this team is a pretty good team, pretty solid team. You know, some players definitely developed pretty well. Saquon's part of the 99 club. Oh, he's got +2 morale, but and besides that, everybody has been pretty good. I mean, Leonard Williams usually never does too good, but he's done pretty good so far. He's up to an 86. He's got superstar dev now. Marlon Humphrey, who before this I've never seen in free agency, and then when we're doing rebuild, we finally seen free agency, which is pretty cool. And actually Baker actually developed pretty well, up to a 80 overall star dev. So let's go ahead here and simulate to the playoffs in the final year. The way Madden has its logic, I'm pretty sure we're gonna like miss the playoffs completely. So let's go ahead and just simulate the playoffs, and since it is the final year. Per usual, of course, you win the Super Bowl the year before, and then the year after you have a losing record and finish dead last in the division. But hey, we won a Super Bowl. That was the goal, and we accomplished it. Having a look at the final roster, the final overall, final ratings. Francois Dobbins just had started. He developed pretty well for me, our 4th receiver. Maybe he was our slot receiver. No, John Ross was our slot receiver. He just went off. Our right guard also had star dev. So this is the final team. Feel free to like, I don't know. I'm probably screenshot it. I don't know. But I think this was a pretty successful rebuild. Let's go and just check out the stats here. See how we did. Daniel Jones was not very good this entire time. He didn't pass for 30 yards. Jalen Hurts is our backup, which is pretty cool. That's like 220 yards, 240, so 300 words. So he like 360, 23 touchdowns, 25 touchdowns. I mean, Chauncey Barton, our former rookie of the year. Receiving, Shepard did not get a single receiving touchdown. How did Francis Robbins didn't give her a single catch, but he went like 9 overalls. Blocking, Blue was a lot better. 2 tackles for loss. And Khalil Mack had 4 tackles for loss, 9 sacks, 2 interceptions, 87 tackles, 4 deflections. Pretty good year. But we will take it. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this first episode of the Danny Dimes Dynasties, or Dynasty. I don't know what I'm gonna name it, Dynasties or Dynasty. I don't know. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Let me know in the comment section below what team you want me to do next. And then I will go first person in the comments, the team we will do. So if you come on the Jets, we'll just do Daniel Jones and Blaze on the Jets. So, hopefully you guys enjoyed. I know I said this like 4 times already. Go ahead, like the video, subscribe. It's going to be in the outro anyway, so. I'll see you guys maybe tomorrow with the next video, because this was a pretty fun video. So, see you guys later. Peace out.
Tell me pretty lies, look me in the face. Tell me that you love me, even if it's fake. 'Cause I don't fucking